Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexi Outs here. It is Friday, and I'm doing a freak out on off-season schedule since we're on the All-Star break now, and so I'm doing kind of a free for all today, free for all, freak out Friday. And the main subject I wanted to talk about first is the All-Star weekend. And one of the biggest things about the All-Star weekend that's going to be very interesting is the court. I'm freaking out about it preemptively because I know everybody else is going to freak out about it after tonight. They're going to see this floor and everybody's going to freak out and be like, wow, this thing is amazing. It looks so cool. I did some research about the LED floors and found out more about them. You know, at some point in the history of the NBA down the road, maybe these will be commonplace and in every arena, but not for the seeable future. And I can tell you why. But it's going to be very fun to see this weekend. In fact, there's going to be an enhanced experience for the NBA All-Star weekend that's going to really win people over. Remember, I made a prediction about the in-season tournament being very exciting, and I was right. Well, I'm going to make another prediction right now before this stuff happens tonight. There is going to be a real buzz about this floor this weekend. They've been trying it out in different places, some international FIBA basketball, and this is going to be the big first time that North America is going to see this. It is an incredible machine. It is an LED system. Each of the panels costs like a huge amount of money. In fact, let me just read some of this stuff about the LED that's coming. These things cost like $500 a square, something crazy. Like it costs $800,000 to install it. That's not even just to like make it or buy it. That's how much it costs to put it in. It's crazy. So yeah, it costs about $80 and $90 per square foot, and about 500. The Lumaflex floors cost about 500 per square foot. So they cost about $2 million each one of these glass floors. Now they are glass. Yeah, it's glass because it is an LED screen. And everybody's like, well, that's slippery. That's dangerous for the players. Well, there's a covering too that's rubber that goes over it. And it has like gradient, like little bumps on it so you can catch with your sneakers. Apparently, also, those kind of floors don't cause as much skin burn. Like if you fall or slide across it, they've tested it and made it a certain way that it won't rip the player's skin apart. So it is very much safe as far as for the players with slippage issues. And also if they're going to like slide across it, if it's going to like rip up their skin or something. They've thought about all that. And actually, the floor is very kind to them for that. In fact, it's very important, of course, that the floor does not allow multi-million-dollar players to get injured. That would be very, very bad. There was a little bit of an issue with the in-season tournament with the newer, flashier courts that were so new with complaints about slippage because the floor was slippery. Well, this is an important issue for basketball, obviously, because of all the crazy injuries you can get from slipping and sliding. So that's one of the interesting things about this floor is that there's like a rubber mat that goes over it that actually is very good for catching tread on your shoes and being able to run around on. So it's going to be very cool to see. It's going to look really slick, but trust me, there is an ability to catch your feet on it just like a regular NBA court. Now, one of the things that's going to stop the LED courts from being mainstream across the whole entire NBA is you cannot put one in an arena that has a multi-purpose for the NHL. The ice in any arena is going to ixnay that from being a possibility. So here in Toronto for Scotiabank Arena, we could not get one of these floors because we share our building with the Leafs. Any of the arenas across the NBA that have both NHL and NBA in it will not be able to utilize these floors. This is why we can do this All-Star weekend, because Indiana has no NHL team in the Lucas Oil Arena. So we couldn't do this in Toronto. Now, have you noticed at Raptors games recently, we've been transposing images over the court during the starting lineups. You see them call out Scotty and RJ and Emmanuel and them. They put their pictures and their names on the court now in a projection, which is very interesting. So in some ways, they may be able to make the effect kind of look like the LED, but it's actually a projection onto the court. So very, very interesting technology. And I wonder about the future with this. I'm telling you, when I say this is the future, I mean it. Any way advertisers can slip in more stuff and get more attention, they will. Any way the NBA can get more buzz and interest in something because it's very cutting edge or something, they will. So I think that the future is just destined that we're going to have LED floors at some point mainstream across the league, and they will be very interactive and they will be interesting because it could be very much like a video game or a pinball machine. Think about it. They can make little hot spots on the court. They can make they could actually do like interesting, like temporary spots where players can run on those spots and hit like extra point shots because for a moment, there's the 4-point spot just appears on the floor and they can run over and jump on it while it's still there on a timer and it goes away. They could do really weird shit with this thing, not to mention the stat overlays, all kinds of different stuff. In fact, one of the things that they've said about the LED floor is not only do they worry about safety with the shoes and the grip and the surface, but they worry about distraction for the players. And this is a real concern. If the floor of what the players are playing on is shifting and changing constantly, this is going to be a new thing that the players may have to get adjusted to. And players in the future in the NBA may have to be like training with and understanding that the floor may be changing the way it looks during the game. Now, there's a rule right now where they can't change the floor at all during gameplay officially. But I could see it changing over time if the floors get more used to that. Like you say, in 40, 50 years, the basketball game could be very interesting. It could be very, very much like a pinball machine in some ways. So it's an interesting thing. Like I said, the shared arenas with hockey teams is going to hurt this happening over quickly because in some ways the Scotiabank Arena could never become an LED arena. It's almost like the Raptors would have to build a whole new other arena to have an LED floor arena, and they couldn't share it with the Leafs. That's the interesting thing. So yeah, just a little bit on the LED stuff this weekend. Be ready to be wowed. I'm telling you, you guys don't even understand what y'all are about to see. It's going to be very impressive. It's going to be very interesting. Some of y'all are going to hate it. Some of y'all are going to be like, oh, this extra bullshit on the floor. It's stupid. But some of y'all are going to be like, that is really cool. And I can see the potential for what is possible with the LED lights on the court. Very, very cool stuff. Very expensive, very cutting edge, very new. And it's going to be very interesting to see how they utilize it this weekend and how the different ways they can really show the display of the All-Star game and the All-Star weekend better. Very cool. If you ask me, I'm into it. I'm not totally a guy who's into change all the time, but this kind of stuff is kind of gets interesting to me because I know the evolution of the NBA is going to change because of this invention. I know it. I just know it. It's just like if they're going to start putting advertisements on the jerseys right here, like Sunbank and Frost and Love's trucking stops, they're going to find places to put logos. Oh, yeah, they will. They already transpose them on a broadcast so that we see logos on the court that aren't really there. They're just kind of like ghost logos. You see the players run over them in weird ways sometimes. So, yeah, they're going to figure this out. Watch. And they'll use it for advertising, but also hopefully they'll use it for innovation and maybe even changing the game. Temporary extra point shots. Think about that. That would be weird, eh? That window's only open for like 10 seconds, and maybe it's a certain part of the shot clock. Maybe they're like, okay, you have 5 seconds in the middle of the shot clock where these points will open up. And maybe they're random in different random places at different times. And the players actually have to try and get to those spots and take the shots at those spots to get the extra points. That's just one little brainstorm I had off the top of my head about the whole idea. Now, today's kind of a free-for-all Friday. I've got the card box next to me. I'm prepared to do a wild card Wednesday pack just for fun today, just to kind of do things loose. I'm also do some previewing of tonight's All-Star events. the Panini Rising Stars. We'll talk about the opinions on the people that are working on that. We've got a 905 game to react to yesterday, and just general goings-ons around the NBA and different things. More about the incident with Beef Stew and Drew Eubanks. All kinds of stuff to talk about. Let's see what y'all are talking about in the chat first, and we'll go from there. All right, let's see. No. Trevor J, first in, Commissioner of Fun. Trevor J, you know what? On that note, let's start with the Wild Card Wednesday. In fact, I'm going to start with the new box that Trevor sent me, the Cosmic Cards Sports Card box. It's in a nice basketball styled box with the textures and the paintings. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to open one up and see what we got inside and see if it's a... Oh, wait, you know what, guys? This is not in packs. This is a bunch of cards in here. There's a lot of cards in here, and they're not in packs. They're just in the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it, and we're just going to have a card for the day. I'm going to take one random card out of this Cosmic Sports Card box. It's a little mystery card, and I'll pull it out. I'm not going to look at which one I get, and we're going to just see who it is. It'll be the card for the day. The Trevor J card for the day today. All right, who did I get? Looks like I got a Miami Heat player. Whoa, this is crazy. All right, this box is weird, y'all, because this box is not current. No, it's not. It's weird. I got a Ronnie Cycli card. That is not current. Ronnie Cycli was an interesting player. This is from Heat. So this is even before he was on Orlando Magic. So this is very much a long time ago. This is like maybe 40 years ago, this card. Very interesting. I wonder why there's a Ronnie Cycli card in here. You know, he's from like Greece. And this is like his third year card. I wish I could read this text. It's so small on here. This is like I guess this is an old Upper Deck card. I guess this Cosmic Cards box has old cards that are hard to find in it. And today we're recognizing Ronnie Cycli. He never was a Raptor, so he doesn't really have any connection to our franchise. But, you know, Ronnie, I did watch him extensively in Florida when he played for the two Florida teams, Miami and the Magic. I remember more for the Magic because I was a Magic fan, and he was a center for the Magic for a little while in there. He wasn't bad. He was kind of came in there after Shaq left. Shaq went to L.A. for the Lakers, and Ronnie Cycli took over after he left, trying to be the center after him. Yeah, it's an interesting card. Look at Ronnie there. Yeah, I wonder how he's aged. I don't know. Who knows? All right, Ronnie Cycli, the mystery player of the game, the day, the Miami Heat third year, Ronnie Cycli. And it's an Upper Deck card. Pretty cool stuff, Trevor J. There are a ton of cards in there. And if they're all going to be weird, mystery, old school cards like this Ronnie Cycli card, I'm all about it. I'm all about it, Trevor J. Thanks for sending the Cosmic Cards once again. Let's see. He's saying, no matter how good or bad your life is, wake up each morning and be thankful you still have one. A fresh mind is a fountain of great thoughts. Keep the positive flowing. Boom goes the dynamite. Trevor J, thank you. I hope you had a fantastic Valentine's Day with your wife in Manhattan and just having good times for Trevor J. We love you, man. Good morning, Raptors family. Happy Friday and All-Star Weekend. That's right. It's All-Star Weekend. And everything Will Bester wanted to talk about yesterday at the end of my stream, well, it's open game now. I will give you some opinions on what I think might happen today with the All-Star stuff. There's a celebrity game today. Maybe I'll go look at the celebrities and make fun of who's on that list. We'll do all the fun, cool stuff this morning. Dana's here. Good to see Canadian Dana. Good morning, everyone. You are all coming for the drive to the weed store with me. All right, so we're on an errand with Dana in her car, and she's going to the weed store to pick up some new weed. You know, I tried a new strain of sativa recently. Dana, it's quite good. I don't know if you can get it. It's Insane in the Membrane. That's right. Cypress Hill's old songs, Insane in the Membrane, Insane in the Brain. Yeah, there's a strain that's new out there. It's actually really nice. It's got a little bit of a good skunky aftertaste, and I like it. It's not bad. In fact, it may take over for Jongi for me as a cheap sativa. So maybe if you see got some Insane in the Membrane, try that out. It's not bad. It's new, apparently. It doesn't sound like it's new with that name, but Trevor J saying the Bucks got run over by the undermanned Memphis team, beating them with a lot of 10-day contract players. Doc is now 3-7. Wow. You know, that loss we had to that undermanned Memphis team in the last month or so, it doesn't feel so bad when you see Memphis is wrecking people without Ja Morant and Desmond Bain and Steven Adams has been traded, but everybody that's supposed to be playing for the Memphis Grizzlies, it ain't there. Well, they're still rolling and getting wins. It's crazy. It's crazy. Good job, Memphis Grizzlies, beating the Bucks last night. Send them in the All-Star weekend, questioning their choices. Yeah, question your choices, Milwaukee. You deserve to, is what I'm saying. Trevor Jay's also saying in the news, PJ Tucker was fined $75,000 for expressing a desire to be traded from the LA Clippers. Yeah, this is silly, PJ. Once again, what the hell are you doing, bro? That's your money, man. You could be spending it on shoes, man. I know how much you love your shoes. Why are you doing this? I thought you were happy hanging around with James wherever he went. Houston, Philadelphia. Yeah, as long as you're around James Harden, is your buddy. And you stuck with him through the summer of James last year and his craziness with Philadelphia. And you're still with him. Why are you doing this, PJ? You're silly. You're stupid. Hang around. You might mess around and get a championship. Why do you want to leave? Because you want to play? What are you doing, man? Just stay ready. Stay in practice. You just want to be out on the court? That's what your problem is, PJ? Man, just shut up. You're losing money and just stay with your buddies on the Clippers. There's somebody on that team you don't like. What the hell is going on, PJ Tucker? You think somebody's just going to pick you up somewhere else? I think your situation is pretty damn good right now. So why the hell would you want that? Seriously, you may go to a shitty team. You may end up on the Bucks again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Danilo Gallinari signing with the Bucks yesterday after getting waived by the Detroit Pistons in their move to salary dump, just like we did with Spencer Dinwiddie. Well, Gallinari coming to join the Bucks yesterday in the arsenal of shooters around the Milwaukee team. So we'll see if that works out. I don't think it will either. So yeah, let's keep going with the chat. Chris is saying LED lights. Well, I look forward to robots versus humans in 2030. Anyone else think Adam Silver is a bit too high on the gimmicks? Also, Caitlin Clark with the logo 3 for the scoring title. Yeah, I heard about her accomplishment yesterday, like 49 points, something like that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Getting that kind of attention and that kind of buzz. She's been doing that. There's a lot of young women that are playing basketball right now that are getting attention and for excellence and all kinds of different stuff. I want to see Sabrina do that this weekend against Steph in the 3-point shootout. But good job, Caitlin Clark, doing really great things for women's basketball, getting a lot of attention on it, getting more and more attention. That is what we needed. We need more young players like Caitlin Clark that will draw people to the sport and that make it more exciting. That is awesome. I love hearing that. Yeah, I think that Adam Silver may be a bit too gimmicky. I would agree with this. I feel like in some ways he likes change, and he's making changes with the NBA quicker than the NBA ever changed under David Stern. And some of it is interesting, and some of it has really worked. Some of it is kind of like, what the is this? Yeah, some people are like that. The IST has been kind of like that. I would say the in-season, the IST is kind of, what the is this? But the play-in tournament was really smart, and that was one of the best things he ever came up with. Yeah, it's like hit and miss with different stuff. Now, this LED thing is not necessarily Adam Silver. It's more that the cutting edgeness of the technology around the sport of basketball is coming. And the NBA, if they want to stay on the cutting edge, they're going to have to incorporate it in certain ways. So it really is technology moving forward. And Adam Silver doesn't want the NBA to not be on that wave of the ultra tech for the sport. That's why we're going to get the Skyhawk reading for goaltending calls and stuff like that. So they want to stay cutting edge, the top league in the whole entire world for basketball. Well, they got to keep up with the tech. They got to keep up with the tech. Trevor's saying Caitlin, and I predicted this. Remember this, guys. When the LED courts were used last summer, I said the next year's All-Star game will be played on one of these, and I was right. Once again, Raptor Freak, seeing the future like a year ago and saying, they're going to play on the LED court at the All-Star game. When they brought them out for that Europe stuff the other last year, I was like, yeah, they're going to use this for the All-Star game next year. And it really was partly because the All-Star game was really languishing and doing very poorly in Utah last year. Well, they're going to get all the big guns to try and make sure this year's All-Star game has a totally different taste to it and a feel to it better. Way, way better. In fact, I found this weird thing this morning on Twitter where they have a sign at the Indianapolis Airport Authority of the All-Star 2024 Indiana game. Now, they have a full court. This is kind of silly and it's kind of stupid. They have a full court basketball court in the airport at Indianapolis right now to celebrate the All-Star weekend being there. But I guess there's a sign on the edge of the court. I posted this in our Facebook chat just a little while ago. That says the following is prohibited: no yelling. I can understand that. They want the airport to stay quiet because some people may be actually sleeping because they missed their flight or their flight was canceled. And you don't want to be yelling in the airport. So if you're on that court, no yelling, no violence. Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. None of this beef stew in the tunnel kind of things. Although I'm hearing it was a soft sucker punch. Drew Eubanks is saying that did not hurt. And he's kind of talking more trash, but it's the whole symbol of it. In some ways, I hope beef stew doesn't get in too much trouble. If there was no damage, then it doesn't seem like anything's that wrong. But still, it's the whole idea of it. And once again, the Pistons franchise don't need no fisticuffs in their identity around their team in any kind of way. Trust me, Mouse in the Palace. So beef stew, you may need to watch out just because of the history of your franchise. Seriously. So no violence at the Indiana airport if you're going to play on that that court. Now they have a couple of other rules that just don't make sense if you're going to be playing there. No hooping. What do you expect to do on a court? You're going to be hooping. Now, are you talking about what you do to smuggle things into prison? That's good. I mean, that's a rule they should just have in the airport. As far as like, y'all shouldn't be taking things across borders, international or domestic, in your butt. Yeah, no hooping is a good rule for the airport. A lot of people will hoop if they want to get contraband into places for money. Like, that's why they do it. They'll put in weird condoms and like lots of drugs up their butt, and then they have to poop it out. That's what hooping is, y'all. So no hooping at the airport because honestly, they don't want you smuggling drugs. And then next, no dribbling. Now, listen, if you're talking about basketball dribbling, I get it. It's loud and it may wake up the people sleeping in the airport. But dribbling is an essential part of playing basketball. And if you don't dribble, you're going to get called for traveling. So what? Are we supposed to just run around with the ball in the airport and just like, woo, woo? Like, no, but you can't bounce it on the floor? Is it because the lady at the Java Hut complained about the incessant dribbling while people were doing that? And it was like, no, just why are they dribbling all day? It's giving me a headache. Please stop. Please stop. There was never a basketball court here last month. It's just because of this stupid All-Stars game. Yeah, so they're like, no dribbling on the court. How the fuck are you supposed to play on that court if you can't dribble? They better not have any refs. Why do you mean no dribbling? Like, make sure the water gets in your mouth when you're drinking. Don't dribble it outside. I don't know what they mean. The last one is the weirdest one. Violators will be prosecuted, no edging. What does that mean? What does that mean, Indiana Airport, that you're telling people no edging? Now, in the basketball terms, I don't even know what that means. Like, what is edging in basketball? I don't even think there's a basketball term for that. What is no edging? We know there's some dirty words for edging. Like, what do you mean edging? You mean like there's pavement and grass and you need to make a nice cut line so your yard looks superb because you did the right edging? Is that what you mean? Who's in the airport doing edging? Really, seriously? Oh, you mean another edging? Wait, whoa, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You serious? That's what that means? What do you mean? Well, maybe they have a long layover. Maybe they have some time. Maybe they need a little relaxation. I don't know. This is crazy. They got a lot of rules at the Indiana airport for their basketball court for All-Star weekend. Yeah, no edging. Really weird rules. No hooping, no edging, and no dribbling. That's right. No dribbling on that court. So weird. So weird. What a weird thing. Trevor's saying Caitlin Clark set a new school record of 49 points. It's amazing. It's so good. Chris is saying in the Bucks. Wow. I watched until late and the Bucks were up 7 with a couple of minutes left. I turned it off, but they lost. Oh my God. Doc was such the wrong choice. Lillard for one seems useless under him. Yeah, it's just a mess. It's a mess, convoluted mess of egos and idiots. And I love it. I love it. Good job, Milwaukee. In some ways, we're our own dumpster fire in the lower ranks, but y'all are on a high level of dumpster fireism. It's crazy. In some ways, The fall of the Bucks and the Sixers this season has been very, very curious and interesting. Very, very curious and interesting. Chris is saying, but the Grizz win means we are closer to that sixth pick. That's right. It's good for us too. In some ways, the undermanned Grizzlies being badasses. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, everybody else be good. And we'll kind of hang around and be at the bottom. Cowboys here. Good morning, Lex and Raptor Freaks. Good morning to you, Bradley. I hope you're having a great TGIF. It's Friday. Get out there and do it right because it's the weekend coming up. That's right, lover boy. Everybody's working for the weekend. That's right. That's right. Cowboy's saying he calls shotgun on the ride to the weed store with Data. All right. Okay. Call shotgun then. All right. You go ahead and ride in the front seat. That's fine. Us crazies, we'll be in the back. All right, let's see. Trevor's saying, good morning, Cowboy. Are you ready for All-Star? Are you ready? Yeah, are you ready? All right, let's go look at All-Star Weekend a little bit. We got events to talk about. The schedule for today is at 11:30 a.m. They're having the Panini Rising Stars practice. You can watch it on NBA TV if you want to watch all the youngsters in it. Of course, there's no Raptors involved. So there's no Raptor focus on this year. We've had Scotty involved in this event 2 years before. In fact, it's kind of nice. The Scotty has gone to each All-Star Weekend. He was in the Rising Stars as a rookie, Rising Stars as a sophomore, and now he's an All-Star in his third year. And it's perfect. He's been going every single year to the All-Star Weekend. Now, there's a Basketball Hall of Fame news conference at 5:30 p.m. today on NBA TV, where I'm guessing they're going to announce who's in the Hall of Fame and maybe just talk about that a little bit. 7 p.m., the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game at the Lucas Oil Stadium. It will be on ESPN. And at 9 p.m., it's the Panini Rising Stars Challenge on TNT in the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. So they're actually in another arena for that one. They got to kind of have them in two different places because start times and setups. So they can't be in the exact same arena. So the Celebrity Game will be at the Pacers Arena. And they'll have the Panini at some other little place. Of course, the Panini Rising Stars Challenge is now a tournament with 4 teams in it. And, Team Pow, Team Tamika, and Team, I forget who the other people are, Team Detlef. All right, let me go look at the competitors for the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game tonight. And I'm just going to kind of go over it. I may not know who any of these people are, so this may be very fun. So I have not looked at these at all until just now. And in some ways, this will be fun for me to talk about because it'll really show how out of touch I am with the current cool people that are out there these days. All right. So it sounds like we're going to get Richard Jefferson and Monica McNutt and Pat McAfee as the announcers for this. Ryan Ryoko will be the commentary. Let's see. So on the team for the rosters, we've got on Team Shannon. Is Shannon Sharp, by the way. He is the coach. He's going up against Stephen A. Smith. This is kind of cool because I know that these guys have been kind of on TV show together now, and they're a little bit of a buildup with this. And Shannon Sharp's got Curtis 50 Cent Jackson as his assistant coach. So 50 Cent and Shannon Sharp will have a team tonight against Stephen A. Smith, and he's got Lil Wayne and Aja Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces as his assistant coaches. So Stephen A. Smith's got Lil Wayne and Aja, and Shannon's just got 50 Cent. All right, the teams are for Team Shannon, Anula. I do not know who that is. Anula. Anula. I don't know. I'm going to just sound really out of touch. Youngsters watching me laugh, please. Kai Sinet is going to be at this. I actually do know who Kai is. I have a little bit of knowledge of streamers, and I know that this is a guy who has a very strong following. In fact, he does all kinds of goofy stuff on his show. In some ways, him and I are birds of a feather. He does a weird stuff on streams like I do. And Kai Sinet, I actually know who he is. That's kind of cool. Connor Daly, I have no idea who that is. Who is Connor Daly? What did he do? He's an IndyCar racer? Okay. Yeah, I don't care. Connor Daly, okay, IndyCar guy, whatever. Walker Hayes. Who is Walker Hayes? See, I'm going to look really bad because I don't know who Walker Hayes is. Walker Hayes is a Grammy Award nominated recording artist. Okay, I have no idea who you are, bro. I'm sorry. Quincy Isaiah. Quincy Isaiah. Who is that? What does Quincy Isaiah do? All right, let me see. I don't think they even have him listed on here to tell me what he does on this one. I have no idea who Quincy Isaiah is. Oh, wait. He's an actor. All right. He's an actor. I don't even know what show he's on. Jewel Lloyd is playing. I do know who Jewel Lloyd is. She's on the Seattle Storm, and she's one of the best scorers in the WNBA. I had her on my WNBA fantasy team last year. She's fantastic. Jewel Lloyd. I like this team just because of her right now. 50 Cent and Jewel Lloyd will get me on Shannon Sharp's team. We'll see if I like this team better than the other team. Micah Parsons is also on this team. Who is Micah Parsons? I've heard that name before. Yeah, he's an NFL player. I don't watch the NFL, but I do remember that name. Lily Singh is on this team. Monique posted her picture on our Raptor Freak Facebook group. Lily Singh, of course, of Scarborough, is a YouTuber who made it big and got a late night TV show on NBC for a while. I don't think she does that show anymore, but maybe she does. I don't know. I don't watch NBC. But yeah, Lily Singh, internet personality and show host, is going to be playing, and she's a Toronto person. So we like to see the Canadian content in the celebrity game with Lily playing in it. Sir, who the fuck is Sir? Sir is also a recording artist. I've never heard Sir. And Dylan Wong. Dylan Wong is an actor also. So we got some actors and singers on Team Shannon. I'll give them points for Jewel Lloyd. In fact, I might say that Jewel Lloyd might be the leading scorer tonight in this game, y'all. Seriously, Jewel Lloyd is like that. Let's just put it that way. She is like that. Honestly, I've seen her. So 50 Cent and Jewel Lloyd have got me liking Team Shannon. Let's look at Team Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith's the coach with Lil Wayne and Aja Wilson. He's got Meta World Peace on this team. Now, that doesn't seem fair that they're bringing in Ron Artest to be on this team. Now, is he there for nefarious reasons? Is he there to hurt someone like Kai Cenat? Is he going to come up and like hurt little guy, the little streamer? I heard what you said. And he's like going to like break his arm or something. I don't know. I get real like suspicious when Meta World Peace is involved. You got to understand why, Panda Friend. Okay. Jack Ryan is on this team. Jack Ryan, the character from like the books, like the characters from the Hunt for Red October books by that dude. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Who the fuck is Jack Ryan? Seriously. Okay, he's a basketball entertainer. What the fuck does that mean? Is he like, oh, you know what he probably is? He's a trick shot guy. I bet he's a trick shot guy. He's one of these guys who makes these videos where he shoots from like 3 stories up and makes the basket. Well, maybe he's good. I don't know. That might be interesting to see. CJ Stroud is in this game. I know he's an NFL player. So CJ's this NFL player for Stephen A's team. Gianmarco Tamberi. He's an Olympic high jump champion. He is on this team. He can jump high. Well, he may be good at basketball. We're going to have to see that. Let's see who else. Adam Blackstone. Who is that? These aren't celebrities to me. I'm sorry. Oh, he's a Grammy award-winning musician. Yeah, I still don't fucking know who he is. I bet you he wrote some lame-ass song. Probably. Let's see. Natasha Cloud is playing for Team Stephen A. Smith. That is a WNBA player. Natasha Cloud, I believe. Isn't she? I want to. I feel like she is. Yes, Phoenix Mercury guard Natasha Cloud. She's WNBA champion right now. Also, let's see. Jennifer Hudson. Okay, Jennifer Hudson can sing. Jennifer Hudson, American Idol, Dreamgirls, actress, singer, famous person on this list. This is actually one of the most famous people on this list so far. A lot of these people are not that famous, but Jennifer Hudson is. So, wow. And she's going to be playing. She's not a coach or anything. She's going to be on the court. So this could be very interesting to see Jennifer Hudson's game. Tristan Jazz? Who the fuck is that? Tristan Jazz. I don't know. You guys are probably laughing at me. He's a content creator. Okay, so he's like me. Oh, maybe that could be in this involved at some point. Content creators can be in this? What the hell is that? AJ McLean. What? Backstreet's back. All right. Yeah, AJ is playing in this game tonight. I don't know. I got to take points away from them for this. So, Stephen A., I don't think I'm rooting for your team tonight. I think I'm going to be rooting for Shannon Sharp's team. And it really is the 50 Cent and Jewel Lloyd factor that makes me want to root for this team. Why is Simu not playing in this game? It seems like Simu needs to be playing in this game. What's going on here? Kwame Ong Huang Chi is going to be the other person who's in this game also. Kwame is a award-winning chef. So we have a chef playing in this also, a guy who cooks. So interesting lineups for the Ruffles All-Star game, All-Star celebrity game tonight. I say the most famous person involved that is playing is Jennifer Hudson. And then, yeah, I love that 50 Cent and Lil Wayne are going to be there too. That'll be fun. And then Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith, I'm sure they're going to manufacture some bullshit as the coaches fighting with each other. Maybe they give them microphones and let them talk to each other during the game and over the loudspeakers. That would be hilarious. But yeah, you go, Jewel Lloyd. That's who I am going for tonight as far as with the All-Star celebrity game tonight. Let me go look at the other event real quick. We got the Panini Rising Stars. And this is going to be Team Powell, Team Tamika, Team Jalen, and Team Detlef. Oh, it's Jalen Rose? Yeah, fuck that team. I'm already going against that team. I think I've already said that I really like Team Powell the best out of the Panini Rising Stars Challenge. That's the team that has Victor Wembanyama, Bilal Coulibaly, Jaime Vasquez Jr., Brandon Miller, Brandon Podzinski, Jabari Smith Jr., and Cason Wallace. That is the team I'm selecting that's going to win the Panini Rising Stars tonight in my predictions. I just think Team Pau Gasol is really good at picking teams. And he did a good job again this year. He did a good job last year. So I'm behind that team. Yeah, Tamika's team, Tamika Catchings. She's got Paolo Banchero, Dyson Daniels, who's hurt, who won't be playing. And they have an injury replacement for him. Jalen Duran, Keontae George, Scoot Henderson, Jaden Ivey, Keegan Murray, and Vince Williams Jr. is the replacement for Dyson Daniels. Yeah, I'm not impressed with that team. I see a bunch of guys that are getting a lot of hype right now, but in some ways, nah. Team Jalen Rose, Jordan Hawkins, Chet Holmgren, Walker Kessler, Derek Lively II, Benedict Mathurin, Shaden Sharp, who's injured and will not be playing, Jeremy Sohan, and Jalen Williams without the Y for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Jalen Rose's team's better than Tamika's to me, but I hate Jalen Rose, so I ain't going for them. And I'm not a big fan of Chet, but I do like Jordan Hawkins. I do like a couple of other guys like Jeremy and Ben Mathurin and Shaden Sharp are Canadians. But I can't get behind Team Jalen. I'm still Team Pau Gasol. And then the last team is a G League team for Detlef Shrimp. And there's a lot of names on there that I don't really know other than Mac McClung of the Osceola Magic. So I'm predicting Team Pau. That's who I'm rooting for tonight. Let's go Team Pau Gasol. There you go. There's a little bit of a preview for tonight's All-Star events for the All-Star Friday night. There you go. All-Star Celebrity Game and the Panini Rising Stars. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Wayne Strainer is saying that Dennis Schroeder has called out Michael Grange as a liar. Front office better get this team back to winning soon. The haters are loving this reset and hope to damage us longer than front office plans. You know what? I'm living in a bubble. I'm at this point where I don't give a shit about anybody who's saying anything that isn't official. There's so many out-of-pocket dumbasses opining in all kinds of different forms that it's just not necessary at this point. It's not helpful. It's not informative. It's not entertaining. It's not anything of substance that's value or any kind of positive. So I'm just cutting them off. I have nothing to do with listening to anybody's opinion about the Raptors at this point other than the official team people and the broadcasters that I trust. And Michael Grange isn't even one of them that I trust on this. Yeah, I'm not worried about this, Wayne. In some ways, Bobby and Masai and the team are in their own world, and they're doing it their own way. They don't have to see or hear any of that bullshit. It's toxic. It's bad. It's not helpful. And I'm positive that they are not doing anything with it. Seriously, looking at it or checking it or anything. There's more and more courses for young players coming in the league to stay the fuck off social media and not read any of the out-of-pocket stupid shit that's being read there. Now, we do know, because of Fred and Pascal recently coming back to Toronto, that they do know about this shit that's said. Because when they came back to Toronto, they were sheepish and weird about whether they'd get a good reception. So it does really kind of taint things when stupid people are saying stupid shit in so many different places. They start to wonder, well, how do the fans really feel about me? When I show up, are they going to jeer me or boo me? Are they going to actually cheer me? And well, you found out your answers, Fred and Pascal, when you came back. You got standing ovations. Did you hear anybody booing? No. Everybody who talks about you behind the scenes on a keyboard is a troll in the dark. They don't have the courage or the funds, probably, to even come down to the game and do that to you. So they're not real fans. They're fuckers. And I appreciate Akil Augustine on the 905 game yesterday announcing he's doing commentating that he really, like, everybody online that has opinions and keyboard warriors, you're just not relevant. And Pascal didn't need to be listening to those people because they don't matter. The real people that came to that game the other night and showed the love to him are the ones that matter, Siakam. So more and more as time goes on, fans need to, or fans themselves, but players especially, need to be aware of staying away from toxic social media. It's just not useful. You can waste a lot of time and cause a lot of unnecessary overthinking because stupid ass people have dumbass ideas. So it is what it is, Wayne. In some ways, they're not real. They're not real. And what we're doing with the team behind the scenes, with the coaches and the players and the front office, is real. And they ain't going to have nothing to do with it. Listen, haters gonna love whatever negative thing they're gonna love. In some ways, we don't listen to them. We don't give them attention. They are powerless. They don't matter. Trevor's saying, I'm heading to Indiana tomorrow afternoon for All-Star Weekend. Okay, so you're not there yet. You're going to go down there, and you're going to the All-Star game on Sunday to celebrate and support our guy, Scott, in his first ever All-Star game. Trevor, I love that you're going to be there to represent the Raptor Freak family. I love that so much. Fiercely saying, good morning, fam, and happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Fiercely Salsera. And Chris is saying also, Trevor J, man, jealous of that one. You seem to be at all the big events. Have fun. He's been getting to a lot of games for the Raptors on the road in the States this year. And I think it's really fantastic that he's going to be there to see Scotty at his first All-Star game ever. That is a big deal, Trevor. And you should feel honored and privileged to be able to go to that and say you saw Scotty there. In fact, you know what? You may want to get that Scotty All-Star jersey to commemorate it and say, yeah, I went to his first All-Star game. That would be a smart thing to get, Trevor. Seriously, if you can. I've seen a lot of different people wearing the Scotty All-Star jersey. I've seen Nabatia wearing it at the game the other day, and I love it. I love seeing that jersey before he even wears it. And in some ways, Scotty doesn't totally understand this dream coming to fruition this weekend, that he's going to have to pinch himself and realize you are an NBA All-Star and you're on the court with them. I don't think he fully understands it until he gets there. He will. He will understand it then. Cowboys saying, good morning, Trevor. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go, Scotty. Does it start tonight? Yeah, I went over the events for tonight already, Bradley, so you can understand there's a celebrity game and there's the Rising Stars Panini Challenge also. Those are the two main events today. Fiercely saying, thank you for the words of wisdom, Trevor. Yes, always thank you, Trevor. And thank you for the Ronnie Cycli card. Yeah, very interesting to get that. Fiercely saying, Wayne, Dennis Schroeder, oh my, what happened? Yeah, I'm not familiar with the story, but any kind of anger Dennis has towards Rogers Sportsnet, I fully support. Because honestly, they did him wrong on the Raptors show, first of all. I felt like William Lou and Blake Murphy were disrespectful to Dennis. Many of the times they got to interview him, the privilege to interview him. And Michael Grange making up lies about Dennis Schroeder on his exit. Well, good, Dennis. Call out Michael Grange, his sorry ass. Let's fire him. I wish I told Sherman Hamilton the fans hate Michael Grange and we want him fired. I should have told Sherman that when I saw him in person at the game on Wednesday night. I should have said that to him. I should have said, we're sick of Grange making up lies. He made up this lie about Masai going to Washington like 8 years ago, and he still hasn't had any repercussions for that or any of the lies he said since. Rogers Sportsnet. The fans hate Michael Grange. We absolutely fucking hate him. If that's on purpose, you love having somebody like that, that's like that, and you don't care, we hate him. We want you to fire Michael Grange. Just so you know, Rogers Sportsnet. He is a toxic reporter that's full of shit, and he can fuck right off as far as I'm concerned. Let's see. Fiercely saying Grady made it to Shaqtin' the Fool on yesterday's edition. Yeah, in some ways, that's a rite of passage. He's in the NBA now. In some ways, that's something to be proud of. That he can be on Shaqtin' the Fool all of a sudden. We don't care if he's going to be made looking foolish. Players are going to just get that. In fact, I'm proud the Raptors don't end up on Shaqtin' the Fool all the time. You know, there's been times where the Raptors would be on Shaqtin' the Fool often. I don't know how much we're on it. I don't watch it very much. But if Grady was on it recently, so what? That's good. He's a rookie. In some ways, that's an honor. You can say, wow, I was on Shaqtin' a Fool. You know what? In some ways, that's not good, but in some ways, that's kind of cool because I've made it. I'm on Shaqtin' a Fool. That's the way I would look at it if I was Grady right now. Yeah. Cowboys saying, yeah, Wayne, I seen that. Fuck Grange, that piece of shit. And I agree with you, Lex, on the LED floor. That's going to look crazy. I'm thinking it would be cool if we even just use it for our logo on the court. Yeah. There's all kinds of cool different ideas and things. Like you can put stats over it as the game's being played. That's how they kind of used it for FIBA last year. The women would be shooting free throws and it would show their face at midcourt and it would have their game stats in the middle of the court and it wouldn't be where she was shooting, so it wouldn't distract her. It would be behind her. So there's all kinds of weird things. Like they can even do like trail paths. Like it kind of senses where the people run and it can show their paths on the court as they run, like Michael Jackson, Billie Jean with the lit up squares. You know, they could do shit like that. They could do really, really interesting graphics that change and evolve in real time while the game is going on. Now, I think they have a ruling that they will not switch the floor in game action right now, but I will predict this way ahead of time that it'll get to a point where players are used to playing with the floor changing and the game will evolve then with the whole idea of like the floor being a part of the game and changing, like a board game would change, like the squares on a board game would change. Well, the game might change that way on the court. Like I was saying, with temporary shot spots where they can make extra points that kind of go away or expire in different places. I'm telling you, this kind of shit is coming. It will be coming in the next 50 years in the NBA. And people will be like, what has happened to the game that I love? This is totally changing. It's really weird. I'm telling you, this kind of shit's going to happen. It's going to be very interesting. Chris is saying, really? How? The block? All right. He's talking about the Victor Wembanyama block on Grady. That probably is what it was. The pick, that play was on Shaqtin' the Fool. That's probably what it was. Seymour saying, I see lawsuits, seizures, hopes there's a health advisory for the game. Well, you know, it depends on how quickly they change the images, Seymour. In some ways, TV has all kinds of crazy shit on there that causes epileptic seizures and things like that for people all the time. In some ways, you know, YouTube content creators have to give with a video. I would watch the music videos, and they often have like warnings. There may be strobe pulsating lights that can cause seizures for people. Well, I don't think that the things that they will do in the court will be rapid enough or quick enough for this kind of stuff to happen to people. I'm telling you, it's going to be kind of like a gradual change kind of thing. It's not like they're going to be like flashing crazy lights out of the floor like crazy and like patterns that are going to make people like, oh, you know, like that. No, it's going to be like a gradual, like kind of like change over kind of like slow thing. You'll have to see. Now, if there are any issues with this kind of stuff, Seymour, it'll be interesting to see if there are. But I don't think there will be because I honestly, TV is so full of crazy, flashing, changing images already. That kind of shit will get people more in trouble than a floor that's on TV. That, yeah, I don't see this being an issue, but it could be. You might be right. Wayne saying Grange reported Dennis was unhappy after IQ and RJ trade because he was a backup point guard on the bench and that he requested a trade. Seems dubious reporting. Dennis was on the bench before the trade occurred. Fire Grange. Yeah, fire Grange. I'm totally with this. I mean, yeah, I remember that report, and I remember telling Grange to shut the fuck up because he doesn't know what he's talking about. It was really interesting because he was saying one thing, and Dennis was saying the exact opposite in his interviews. And, well, I'm going to trust the Raptor. I'm going to trust the actual person and not the source, fucking idiot, Michael Grange. Yeah, I mean, that was really apparent that he was lying because I was listening to Dennis at that time saying, I'm willing to do whatever the Raptors want me to do. I'm very happy here. I don't mind coming off the bench. Meanwhile, fucking Michael Grange is trying to put shit out there that Dennis is upset that he's coming off the bench all of a sudden. You know what? He misconstrued one sentence that Dennis said. Dennis said, of course, I would prefer to be starting, but I'm okay with whatever role my coach asked me to do. That's all he said, is that he would prefer to start. And Grange extrapolated off of that one little statement by Dennis and made a whole fucking lie. And that is why Dennis is mad at him at this point. Fuck you, Michael Grange. Fire Michael Grange, Sportsnet. And we'll continue this campaign until it fucking happens. In some ways, we've got Sam Mitchell half fired already. Well, maybe we'll get Michael Grange completely fired soon. Seriously, Grange, you may fucking watch your journalism, bro. You need to fucking be a real journalist. If you're not, we're going to call you out on your lies, your yellow journalism, your fucking shit posting, your fucking making shit up, your specultainment, whatever the fuck you're doing, Grange. We're on to you. And Raptors fans don't like you, bro. You're not popular. You're somebody we think is a piece of shit. So, yeah, we're going to come for your head. We're going to keep talking about it. We're going to keep putting that hashtag out there, Fire Grange. Yeah, we're coming for you. And when we get you fucked up and out, yeah, we're going to celebrate that. Raptor Freak family will. Because Michael Grange, you're a toxic reporter in the Raptors media scrum, and we want you to fuck off, is what we're saying right now. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Grange. Yeah, you're on our hit list, motherfucker. We're going to take you out. If we can take you out, we will. If the fan swell of opinion is rejecting you and saying, get him the fuck off TV, we will. We will do that. You can go write newspaper and we'll ignore you. How about that? You can go fucking do that instead. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's see. Fiercely saying, Dennis always said he was a professional and was fine with Darko's decisions. I'm glad he called out Grange. Exactly. Fiercely heard the same thing that I heard from Dennis's mouth. That's the thing. If Dennis has got a vocal voice as far as his YouTube channels, doing the Raptors show, doing interviews all the time, we can hear where he's at, Grange. You can't just fucking fill in his voice because Dennis's voice was heard the whole time he was on the Raptors. And you making up lies that contradict what he was saying, well, no wonder Dennis Schroeder's mad at you, you piece of shit, Michael Grange. No wonder. Fiercely saying, I'm going to snoop for Dennis's post confirming he called that loser a liar, and we'll spread it. I've got time this weekend. There you go. Yeah, find it and share it with us in our chat because I'd like to see exactly how Dennis said this stuff. And y'all are saying that he's lashing out at Grange. I'm all about this. Let's push this further around Raptor spaces and get some traction. Seriously. Seymour saying Ronnie Cycli was scared of Shaq the most. Yeah, that might be somewhat true from what I remember. I mean, the styles clashed between Cycli versus Shaquille. That was not a fair matchup. The physicality of Shaq on Cycli really was intimidating. And from what I remember, Ronnie was more of a finesse, offensive player near the basket. He was a very good player, a good offensive player, not a bad player. It's just that dealing with the monstrosity and the muscles of Shaq, anybody was daunted by that. So, yeah, I can remember him getting owned by Shaq too, for sure, for sure. Jill's here. Good to see Jillian. Good morning, Jill. I hope you're having a great Friday, starting off our All-Star weekend. Let's go, Scotty. Tomorrow, Share the Love Club for Scotty Barnes All-Star. That's right, special second Share the Love Club for Scotty Barnes in honor of him achieving All-Star level. I love it. I love it. I love it. Seymour saying he was okay. I'd say a strong 82 to 81 basketball rating, Ronnie Cycli. Yeah, he wasn't bad. He was a starting center for sure. If I was going to compare him to somebody in this league right now, it could be something like Walker Kessler, maybe. Like he was kind of a similar player to Walker Kessler in some ways. Maybe a little less stronger than Walker Kessler. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out like what kind of level of production. It's probably like a Walker Kessler right now. It's the kind of production he was doing because he would get blocks too. Let's see. Seymour saying Wayne gonna do the tuck and roll out the car, Dana, if we know you on tree run. You're saying that when she's driving to the weed store that you got to get ready to run out of the car when it's moving? That sounds crazy to me. That sounds so crazy. All right, I got somebody on my front porch milling around. I don't know what's going on there. Dude, take that. I don't care. I don't need that cart. All right, let's see. Let's see. Jill saying I was a Magic man. Laugh out loud. Oh yeah. Well, I did. I used to love the Magic. Like they were my team before the Raptors. Before the Raptors existed, and I lived in Florida. I watched Orlando Magic games, and I was very much into them when they were expansion team with Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott, Scott Skiles, Moreland Wiley, Mark Akers, Shaquille O'Neal, Anthony Hardaway. You know, those teams. I was into that team then. Cowboys saying slam dunk the like button. Thank you, Bradley. And Seymour saying Milwaukee has talent, no connection. Yeah, there's some cautionary tales for the NBA right now. That's right. Yeah, Fiercely saying PJ Tucker is like Thansis on a team thanks to his brother Harden. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a serviceable, good player to play. I think that just because the Clippers don't want to play him right now, PJ, don't you know the rules in the NBA? Just wait. You'll get your turn in some way, hopefully. Honestly, it's so dumb. In some ways, I wonder about the intelligence of PJ Tucker. Seriously, you have a good shot to win a ring this year. Why are you messing with this, PJ? You shouldn't be messing with this kind of shit, bro. Seriously, you should just fucking, go for it. All right. I hope he didn't steal Trevor J's package or something. There was a guy on my front porch just now. I don't think I got the package yet. Trevor, you might want to check the tracking and get in touch with me. I don't know. He took a cart from my porch that was broken that nobody was using. I don't know why somebody was on my porch just now. They probably shouldn't have been out there. All right, let's see. We're talking about Seymour saying these players are divas, Lex. PJ Tucker wants out. Lillard can't connect with Doc or Patrick Beverly. I think this is true. G saying Adrian Griffin is laughing somewhere getting paid while watching the Bucks get beat by the G League Grizzlies. That's probably true too. Seymour saying, sure, they can say the beef is over, but what's done has been done. You talking about beef stew? Cowboys saying good morning. Dana saying good morning, Cowboys. Smooth saying PJ just likes to be playing. Gotta respect that. I can respect that too. I mean, everybody wants to play, but at times you're going to get to a certain place in your career where you may not get utilized a whole lot. That's kind of where Chris is right now, Chris Boucher. So in some ways, the NBA, there's no guarantees, and it's really not easy to just stay in rotations all the time. There's always competition and you get pushed away. You have to keep striving and hold your spot. And, PJ's up there. In some ways, he can't be demanding regular play all the time. I don't know. If I was him, I'd be kind of like, stay ready and stuff. I mean, I guess we should respect that. Fiercely saying, Seymour, I'm low-key happy for the Bucks. They did AG dirty. Yeah, I think a lot of us are kind of enjoying the misery of them, the schadenfreude of this whole situation. Carlos saying, good morning, Raptors fam. Good morning to you, Carlo. Cowboys saying alley-oop to Sheriff Seymour Pape. All right, we'll do that. Sheriff Seymour is getting another dunk. Cowboys always throwing those lobs. Let's see. Seymour saying facts to Fiercey. And Evelyn saying good morning, my beloved Raptor Freak family. Good morning to you, Granny Swag. It's been a bit. We love you. I know you're always watching, and I know you're always a part. And I just love seeing you in the comments this morning. Let's just say that. She's saying, sorry for being in MIA mode. Was really so tied up these past weeks with my daughter. Angeli is due next week. Baby girl via CS. Happy Family Day. Love you guys. And she's busy because her daughter is pregnant and she's got to help her get ready for the birth. Evelyn, whatever is going on in your life, we're always here. And when you're ready to come back and talk to us, we love seeing you back. And of course, when we do meet and greets, I always expect to see you because I know hopefully you can show up and be around with us. That'd be awesome. Well, I hope everything goes smooth and healthy and low risks and everything is just awesome and perfect for your family. With a new member coming, that'll be awesome. It'd be so sweet, and I'm sure you will inform us and let us know the new baby about the health and everything and the pictures. And baby Candace has a new friend. I love it. Yeah, let's see. Cowboys got Canadian Cowboy on blast. Chris is saying on Adam Silver, I really hope he doesn't introduce some sort of 4-point line or spots. He probably will. That's just the evolution where it's going. Watch the celebrity game tonight. If there's any kind of weird extra spots or weird things like a 5-point line, that's them always testing shit. They'll test it in a celebrity game way before anything and see if it works. They're always testing stuff. They tested the Elam ending yesterday with the Raptors 905 game. Elam ending in overtime. In some ways, I like the Elam ending. That's a new concept that they may switch over at some point to how they figure out overtimes. The Raptors 905 tied at the end of regulation with Greensboro Swarm in the school day game yesterday from 11 to like 1 o'clock. Those kids are so loud and amazing. I want those kids at the Scotiabank Arena when the Raptors are playing. They're constantly making noise. They know how to cheer their team on. Man, you have my heart. Future Raptors fans that are growing up that went to the 905 game yesterday, you guys are awesome. I just got to say, A++ effort from the crowd at the Paramount Fine Food Center yesterday. Raptors 905 getting the W going into the All-Star break. They went to overtime against the Swarm. My number one star of the game was Javon Freeman Liberty. He has been really carrying the 905 for scoring in the recent weeks. He was 10 of 20, 50% shooting, 2 of 5 from the 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, 28 points in 45 minutes for JFL, a plus 4. My number 1 star of the game in the victory over the Greensboro Swarm yesterday. Number 2 star off the bench, Omari Moore, was fantastic. Oh my gosh, he had his best game as a Raptors 905, including hitting the go-ahead basket that won the game in the Elam ending to get us to 102 points and finish the game off. Omari getting an easy layup, honestly, because the defense just didn't catch him on the backdoor, and he just came up and under and put in the basket really easy. Game over. And in some ways, I like the game ending with a score instead of the time running out, like the clock. In some ways, that's part of the thing I like about the Elam ending is it has a definitive basket that ends the game. Now, the Elam ending can be problematic if that definitive basket is a free throw. That can be problematic. But it worked out really nice last night with Omari hitting the winning basket down low. 9 of 14 shooting for Omari Moore, 20 points, 1 of 4 at 3, 1 of 2 at the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, a plus 7 in 35 minutes. Omari Moore, fantastic. In fact, Akil Augustine was doing the announcing on the game, the color commentating, and he's very adamant that Omari Moore is an NBA level player, and then he will be in the NBA at some point. I might not disagree with you, Akil. He may be a couple years off from it, but if he keeps working hard, he has some good talent. I could see it happening. I could see it happen, Akil Augustine. My 3rd star of the game is Moji. Moji came out there and was just very active around the basket, doing his normal kind of stuff. He was a plus 16, which was the best plus minus in the whole team. So he's definitely a presence out there. 6 of 14 shooting, 1 of 2 at the free throw line. 6 offensive rebounds. It's really weird. He got 6 rebounds, and they were all offensive. It's like he didn't even rebound on the defensive end. Every single rebound he got was on the offensive end. It's crazy. 1 assist, 1 steal, 13 points. I mean, it's not a super great stat line, to be honest. But Mo was very vital for energy and doing really tough stuff up and down the court, all over the place. The 6 offensive rebounds, very, very impressive. My 4th star of the Raptors 905 game yesterday in overtime is Justice Winslow. Justice Winslow, 6 of 14 from the field also. 1 of 3 from 3, 3 of 4 at the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 4 blocks. Justice got 4 block shots yesterday. He did have 4 turnovers, 19 points in 33 minutes. Justice Winslow still really playing at a high level in the last few months. And I want to see it on the Raptors team. Can we see that when we come back from the break? Maybe Justice plays against the Brooklyn Nets in the first game back after the All-Star game for the Raptors of Toronto. I want to see that, Justice playing for the Raptors. The last star of the game is somebody, I just had to pick someone. There wasn't really a good balance of scoring. This game was really anemic with the shooting. Both teams shot really poorly. They took a lot of threes. So it was really kind of hard to get 5 stars in this victory. I'm going to give the last star to Kevin O'Banner. He only had 5 points. He was 2 of 4 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block, though. That's just how stark it was. The rest of the guys were really bad. Jonte, once again, shooting absolutely horrible. 0 for 7 from 3, 2 of 14 overall. But he did get 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. So Jonte's not shooting well, but he's providing good defense. He's doing a lot of good stuff with the rebounds. But that's it. Jayshawn Page in the starting lineup, 3 for 10, 8 points, 5 turnovers. Just, Maker McCurr, 2 of 6 off the bench with 6 rebounds, 5 points. And Drake Jeffries, an offer once again. Drake Jeffries, you're supposed to make threes, bro. Where are your fucking threes, bro? You got to make those threes, my man. Yeah, on the other side for the Greensboro Swarm, they had a good game from Jalen Sims. The former Raptors 905 player had a double-double, 25 points, 11 rebounds. Bailey played well again, and Brown Jr. off the bench. Kent Bazemore also annoying at times. But the Raptors 905 getting the win. And they tried to say this at the end of the broadcast. Akil Augustine saying Eric Curry with his signature great play to win the game. At the end of the game, I was like, there's nothing, no such thing. What are you lying, Akil, when you say Eric Curry with his signature play to win the game? He has no signature play to win the game because he doesn't usually win games. This is a very uncommon occurrence last night or yesterday during the day. So you can't say that's his signature move to win the game, Akil. I'm sorry. But I'm glad they won. I'm glad they won. And there was a bit more smiling around Eric Curry because he did actually win a game yesterday. It was fantastic. All right, let me keep going with the comments. Seymour Papis saying, "Morning, Evelyn. Morning." And Seymour saying, "Chris, they will. They will. Oh, yeah, they will. They're going to make those 4-point lines. You know they will. They're going to have special gimmicks more and more. They may not go mainstream in the NBA right away, but it will evolve. Watch." Cowboy saying, "Good morning to Dana." Okay. Fiercely saying, "Wow, Granny Evelyn, congratulations to more blessings." Yes, Granny Evelyn become more a granny. Granny to granny times 2, 3. You know, it's gonna be fun. She's gonna be granny again. Seymour saying spots is crazy, but I can see them both being added. I know, like temporary spots that have a timer on them. It could be very interesting for strategy. It could be very interesting. I mean, I'm not totally against change. I know traditionalists are gonna be like, "You're fucking crazy, Lex," saying temporary shot spots. Yeah, this is. I can see it. It makes sense. Seriously, think about it. And Chris is saying, "God, I hope not." See, we can be traditionalists and anti-change, but we're gonna get dragged with it no matter what. Watch. We may be like in our 80s at some point and be like, I cannot recognize the game that I used to love." It might be like that. Seriously. I'm sure some of the older fans of sports like baseball and football and basketball, they see the current edition of it and what they saw when they were kids, and they're like, "This is nothing like what I used to watch." So I think this is just a natural progression with sports that they're going to change. They are going to change. Sue is here. Good morning to Play It Again, Sue. She has an awesome YouTube music reaction channel. Please support Sue. I'm Play It Again, Sue. She's always doing cool stuff. She did a Depeche Mode song recently, Blasphemous Rumors. A really good song. I can tell your friend Sue really loves that band, Sue, by how quick she got that song. In fact, she got it faster than I would have. And I'm really good at getting songs right away. She got it before that one kick in with that song. And I was like, wow, she really knows Depeche Mode. Really knows it. So check out Sue's channel. She's saying, "Good morning, Rapid Freak family. So glad to connect with you all again. It is hard for me to join in the morning as my work has banned us from seeing live streams, but I'm glad I could make it today." Sue, that's awesome. Hey, listen, I just like with Evelyn, you guys are just bona fide. You're good no matter what. And when you can come back and visit with us and be here with us, we love it. But otherwise, listen, you're always here in spirit. And we love you, Sue. We love you so much. And I understand things change with different people and different things are going on. And there's times when you can't make the stream. The stream is at a time where I can understand where employers may be like, what are you doing in there? Hey, I don't want anybody getting in trouble because they like to watch the Raptors Freak. But you can always watch me later when I'm not live. But I love you, Sue, and I'm glad you made it here this morning. Cowboy saying, "Congratulations to Granny Swag." That's right. And Seymour saying, "Sue, peace." Yeah. Good to see Sue here in the chat this morning. Jill saying, "Y'all should be taking drugs international up to your butt." Raffin. Yeah. You shouldn't be taking drugs international up the butt. Yeah. That's hooping. That's the hooping they don't want at the Indianapolis airport. Yeah, they don't want that kind of hooping. The things you learn in the line at the Leon County jail when you're trying to visit your friend who's inside and everybody's in the line and like you see people fidgeting. You're like, why is that guy fidgeting so much? Maybe the guards are looking for fidgeters too. That guy seems to be fidgeting a lot. Maybe he has something he hooped up his butt. Who knows? It's that kind of stuff. Carlos saying, "Happy Friday, peeps." Happy Friday to you, Carlo. G saying, "Good morning, Evelyn and Sue. Nice to see you both." Yeah, it's good to see a reunion of the Rapid Freak family. So, some members who have not been here regularly are coming in and saying hi this morning. I love it. Sue saying, "Hi, G. I've missed you guys." We've missed you too, Sue, for sure. And I'm definitely watching your channel and checking out your clips. They're awesome. I really enjoy them. Cowboy saying, "Good morning to Jill." And Jill saying, "Happy new baby, Evelyn." And Jill saying, "Hey, Cowboy. Let's go, Raptors." Evelyn saying, "You have no idea how I miss this family. See you soon." Well, Evelyn, I'll have to get a meet and greet scheduled for sometime next month, hopefully, and we can all see each other in person once again. That'd be awesome. Sue saying hi to Evelyn. Fiercely saying, "Kai Sanat, yeah, he's going to be in this game tonight, and we'll have to see how he does." Evelyn saying, hi, Sue, Jillian, Bradley, G, Lex, Adriana, all who remember me, love. Yeah, all we remember you, Granny Swag, of course. We all remember you. Cowboy saying, what's up, Sue? I'm wearing Granny Swag today. Let's go, Rabbit Freaks. Yeah, Bradley's literally wearing some clothing item that Evelyn gave him right now. The Granny Swag. That's right. Sue's got the love from the Rabbit Freak family. I love it. Bryce is here. Good to see Kentucky. Kentucky's in the house. Good morning, Lex and Raptor Freaks. I'm 30 minutes late. One of my company's customers showed up today, so I had to keep it professional with no phone or earbuds. But I'm here. Bryce, I'm glad you made it. Don't get in trouble. If these people need your help, help them. Bryce, you're awesome, man. Jill saying, can't find anything on Grange on Schroeder. Okay, well, keep digging. And when you guys find it, share it in the Facebook chat. If you do find it, please. Chris is saying at Sue PA Day. I don't know. I don't know what that means or what's going on. Cowboy's saying fire Grange, not now, right fucking now. That's right. That's right. And Chris is saying, wow, if that's true about Grange, we already sort of knew about that guy. Of all the media, he's the worst. I have no idea why he's around because he's doing the bidding of the evil Ed Rogers III. He's an embodiment of him. I've said, whatever Grange is doing, it is the extension of Ed Rogers III, y'all. He might as well be his avatar as a journalist and what he's doing in his actions. Just so y'all know, he was going to cause problems for Masai Ujiri no matter which way he can. Michael Grange is that guy. He is that guy. Sue saying at Chris, no, but buses are canceled, so I can use my phone as I have no kids first period. There you go. So she can be in here for the early part of the day while she has a free spot. That's awesome. I'm so happy about that. Seymour saying Sue is a grown woman. That ain't no kid unless you're a teacher or a principal. That's right. That's right. Let's see. Seymour saying, okay, this makes sense. I'm slow. It's all good, everybody. Stay off the weed. Okay, if you need to. Trevor's saying, already ordered it, Lex. You're talking about the next package? Yeah, we'll have to see. And Sue's saying something nice to Seymour. You are not slow. You rock. There you go. And Seymour's saying, Monica McNutt is, oh my. Uh-oh. We got a muse or somebody that Seymour really likes there. Thanks, Sue. I need that boost. All right, Chris is saying to Sue, you have to incorporate Lex into your first period lesson and his thoughts on the value of school. Laugh out loud. Maybe not actually. Maybe the wisdom of questioning stuff, learning about life. I don't know. If I could do a kid-friendly, curriculum-approved live stream that could be shown in the classroom, I'd do it just for fun. If I could get in there and get my voice to the youngsters and maybe try and ask them to be good Raptor freaks as they grow up and cheer the team the right way like we cheer it, yeah, I'll do that. But I don't know if that's in the cards. And I don't know if the school board would like this. I'd have to do it for kids, obviously. I'd have to do the mental exercises of being like, Lex, you're on FM radio and you cannot say those words you've been saying so freely on your stream because you're free to do it here. But you have to go back to your old radio days and do it the right way if you're doing it for the kids. So let's see. M. Jones is saying the last time Grange did good work was Vince days. What happened to him? I don't even remember that good work from back then. Seriously. I mean, I don't know. Grange really made me an enemy of his when he did the Ujiri piece to Washington. And that's been almost 10 years now. That's how bad a journalist he is. He said that it was imminent that Masai Ujiri was going to abandon the Raptors and go work for the Washington Wizards and run their team. Well, how fucking wrong were you, Michael Grange? And why does nobody believe in your credibility since then? Because I stopped believing anything you said after that day. You know, the guy who said the Otani shit recently, well, hopefully he's gotten blacklisted and nobody thinks he's credible anymore. So how the fuck do you get by with all of your really poor reporting and inflection and bullshit and people still try and listen to you or believe you? Nah, Grange, your credibility's shot since you said Ujiri was going to Washington. And everybody conveniently forgets about that idiocy that you put out way before that was destructive and not very good for the franchise. And I don't. And I'll throw that in your face every single time. 10 years ago, you said Masai Ujiri was going to be running the Wizards. Well, who the fuck is running the Raptors right now, motherfucker? That's right. That is right. So why anybody believes what Michael Grange says at this point when we know he's been so wrong on so many occasions and just making up shit, I don't get it. I do not get it. I really do not. Yeah. Let's see. Dunk for who, Seymour? We'll give a dunk to Sue. How about that? We're going to give a dunk to Sue on her return. And, we'll give one to Granny Evelyn, too, because we're seeing some original Raptor freaks, people that we have had on our channel for 2 years now that I absolutely love. Granny Evelyn and Sue have been with me since the beginning of my journey. And it's important to recognize my originals, people that have been here with me. Seymour saying, big up to Scarborough. That's right. Big up to Scarborough and Sing. Yeah, being involved tonight. Let's see. Chris is saying the LED idea. I can't see hot spots on the court. Maybe a shifting 3-point line, but my opinion is that no changes to the court should be made. It will trash NBA records and legacy of former players. Well, you can already say that, Chris. This is the same shit they said about the 3-point line when it came out. And just look and see how the game has progressed. In some ways, that's the way the snake sheds its skin. You worry about like the old era before the 3-point shooting or blocks were taken. I mean, they didn't keep the stat of blocks for a good part of the beginning of the NBA. It evolves, it changes, new stuff gets added. And in some ways, you do like the pre-shot clock period and the after shot clock period. There's just going to be those kind of benchmark milestones that you go through, and it changes everything. So don't be afraid of the change. It will happen. They made a 3-point shot at one point, and at that time, a lot of people were sounding like you about it. And you see just how integral and essential it is to today's NBA game. So don't get it twisted. This will happen, and it'll be the kind of thing where people will say this was post 4-point line or this was post hot spots on the court. Yeah. And then they'll say this is the new modern era with that stuff. I'm just saying. And in some ways, that'll change how young basketball players are trained with the new changing rules and stuff. It's going to evolve. Watch. I mean, I get your opinion, but that's not stopped them from before, from changing things and making things different. In some ways, you could say the way they ref the games has changed things with the scoring. In certain periods of the NBA's history, there's very bad scoring where games were like in the 70s. Now we're in games where there's like 140 points. It's always in flux and changing, and you can't have a just static way that the NBA is. It's going to morph. It's going to evolve. And it may seem alien and weird right now to have a 4-point line or hot spots on the court, but that was the same thing people were saying in the 70s about the 3-point line. This is weird. It doesn't seem right. Well, look how ensconced it is now. So over time, it will change. Watch. Bryce is saying, I can see them stepping up the technology even more with the court, though. Think about all the things they have already. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just inevitable. This is what technology does. It changes the world. And it will change this part. Yeah. It's fiercely saying they do that Elam ending on the CEBL. Yeah, they do that on the CEBL, and they do it for the G League right now. And it was like they had a set score. Whoever scored 7 points first when they started the overtime won. And the Raptors 905 did that yesterday. Trevor J saying, Lex, that box you opened this morning, that's just the old cards. The box you receive today goes to have recent cards and jersey signed cards, a storage box, and lots of different cards. Can you check the tracking on that? I want to make sure if it comes today, I want to make sure I get it. Man, I hope that guy didn't try and take anything. I'm just going to look outside for a second. It's weird because like my front porch, it opens to a bus stop. A bus stop's right in front of my house, and people get out and they can see my front porch. I don't think it's stolen or anything, but there was a weird dude on my porch. He took the cart, but I don't think there was anything on it or anything in it. If there was, the package was in there, I'm gonna be pissed because I just seen that guy. Oh man, I hope that's not what happened. I was on the stream, so I was like, I'm not gonna go out there right now on the stream. Well, we'll find out. Hopefully the package is fine and it'll be still coming here later today, and it wasn't here already because I don't think they bring the packages this early. I don't know. We got to be on top of this, Trevor, just in case. Let's see. Fiercely saying, interesting concept. Makes the games pressurized at some point. Exciting. See, she's interested in the ideas that we were talking about with the LED cord, the possible future things they can do with it. Trevor's saying, anytime now until 8 tonight for delivery. Okay, I will make sure that I guess you can't see if they've actually dropped it off yet because they will tell you when they dropped it off. I think if you're tracking it. Cool Cat saying, good morning, Rapper Free Crew. Good morning to you, Cool Cat. Mischief saying, if I get a Scotty jersey, it's going to be a 2011 Army jersey or a classic home white jersey with the Raptor on it. No Drake designs for me. Well, they want to wear those. Overwhelmingly, they had a clip that came out with the Raptors talking about the classic Raptor jerseys, and overwhelmingly, all of the Raptors love the original dinosaur Raptors jersey. They all were saying that we need to wear them again. The current guys, Chris, Grady, Scotty, all really love the old Raptors logo jersey. So I want to see this again. In some ways, we want to see cool new jerseys in the new era of our Raptors to signify the new thing. We'll bring back the old, some of it. And, some of y'all have said you want to reintroduce the color purple to our team. I'm not totally keen on that idea, but I could see them doing some of that kind of stuff, especially if they use that original jersey that everybody loves so much. In fact, more and more people over time say the Raptors expansion jersey is the best jersey in the history of the NBA. Seriously, they're talking about all jerseys, all teams, all the history, the whole entire NBA. The Raptors' ugly ass purple dinosaur jersey is actually the coolest, best jersey in the history of the NBA. That's a very common perception across the NBA with a lot of different people. Raptors haters probably say no, but a lot of people that don't really like any team in particular look at our old jersey and they're like, that is a cool jersey. So it's very interesting how popular that jersey is now, because back then everybody said it was ugly. Everybody said it was ugly and it was a stupid jersey, but everybody loves it now. It's very, very interesting. Trevor's saying, already ordered Scotty jersey. Lex, my friend, have one of me and my wife for the All-Star game on Sunday. Awesome. So you'll have your All-Star Scotty jerseys for the game on Sunday. Perfect. Perfect. Jill's saying, Chev said he knew that the Pacers would eventually win because of Pascal. What do you mean? They would eventually win? Oh, our game the other night? That's what you mean? I thought you meant maybe the championship. Yeah, well, he was the more polished, like take it home kind of player in the game. Him and Halliburton. In some ways, we don't have guys that are trained to close games out and take over and know exactly how to finish it. I mean, RJ and Emmanuel are kind of more up the scale than Scotty at this point, because they did some of that for New York already. So they have a body of work of kind of trying to close the game like Siakam did the other night, but they weren't playing up to snuff for it, and Siakam was the guy. But yeah, Scotty's got to learn this more, and you're exactly right. And Shev's right too that he thought that Siakam's clutch factor or his learning over his time already learned is going to beat the guys on our team that are younger. Let's see. Jill saying, though, it was just a 2-point win. Yeah, I don't know, Jill. I don't know what that suspicion's about. Cool Cat saying, I hope we get Dino jersey. It's great for the kids too. They love the dinosaur. Yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe we can have a new age one that's red and black that has the dinosaur jersey on it and it's still purple. I don't know how they do it. The dinosaur's always been red. So maybe there's a way we can do red on black. Like maybe we put the red Raptor on a black jersey and it still has the kind of the same look, except it's in black instead of purple. That would be interesting. It would be black and red. The Raptor would still be red, and the jersey would be kind of like with the pinstripes of before, but in white on black. Something like that. That may look pretty interesting. I don't know. The designs would have to look right. It'd have to fit, and it'd have to be tight. Yeah. Blackhawk saying, "Hey Seymour, Monica McNutt and Shiny the WNBA sisters are empresses. Their takes rock. Yeah, you guys like them as talking heads on the ESPN." Bryce is saying Raptors and Jazz have the best throwbacks. That Jazz jersey, the purple one with the mountains on it, that's a nice jersey. The Jazz have some weird colors, like very weird alternate colors these days, and they're all over the place. But my favorite Jazz jersey is the one they wore in the finals against Michael and the Bulls, that purple one with the mountain on it. That's the one I like the best. There's some other older ones that are purple and yellow that aren't bad. But yeah, the more recent Jazz jerseys are kind of weird, some of them. But I really like that mountain one that Karl Malone and John Stockton wore in the late 90s when they played the Bulls in the finals. Jill's saying, I told the Raptors I like the black jersey with gold pinstripes with the dinosaur on it. Then I never saw them again. So, well, in some ways, it is what it is. We're going to see what happens. There's a lot of talented jersey designers out there, obviously, with the 905 stuff that's going on, Casey Bannerman, all kinds of different things. We'll have to see what happens next with the Raptors and their jerseys. I think they're pretty good. I like the gold Welcome Toronto jerseys this year. A lot of people said that's very gold. It doesn't look exactly right. But when you saw them on the court with the in-season tournament and the whole style, it looked really nice, honestly, and in person too. On TV, it may not have looked as good, but in the arena at the in-season tournament game I went to this year, they looked sharp with that black court and the gold on it. Yeah, they looked really, really sharp. Let's see. Seymour's saying that he loves Monica McNutt. And Trevor's saying Adam Schefter provides injury updates for Stephen A. Smith is in the celebrity game tonight. That's interesting. Blackhawks saying McNutt and Chiney worked the G League as they know how to pronounce Mississauga. Yeah, that's good. And Trevor's saying, I'm tracking it, Lex. Not delivered yet. Perfect. Perfect. That's good. So it's still in the truck. All right, let me see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Once again, this LED court is going to be utilized this whole weekend, and it's going to be interesting. We'll have to see if there are any issues with people slipping on it. We'll have to see if there's any issues with distraction also with it. This can be fun. In some ways, it'll be very different. Some people are going to be turned off by it, but some people are going to be like, wow, I really see some amazing potential. The Raptors 905 won an overtime game yesterday. Thank God. Javon Freeman of Liberty, Omari Moore, Mogi, Justice Winslow, and Kevin O'Banner were my 5 stars. Tonight, there's the celebrity game and the Panini Rising Stars. My personal choices for the wins tonight are Team Shannon Sharp and Team Pau Gasol. Let's go. Let's see if I'm right tomorrow. We'll react to it tomorrow. The referees for tonight's events are John Butler, Brett Nansel, and Jenna Schroeder. They are the ones who got rewarded for good work so far this season. They're an interesting list. I remember Jenna Schroeder was actually involved in the All-Star stuff last weekend, I believe, last year. Brett Nansel is kind of a ho-hum middle ref, but he must be doing something right. And John Butler is a youngster who's a hot shot, obviously, if he's going to get to this assignment. So, yeah, those are the refs this weekend. Very strange rules at the Indianapolis airport for their court. I guess I could do the Instagram stories real quick. We got Mr. New York City working out at the OVO Center, or actually he's at the 905 Center there. And he said, I'm going to tell y'all again, God moves mountains. Just pray and have faith. You can come back from your injury, Marquise, and just kick ass. He will be at the Rising Stars Up Next challenge for the G League All-Stars. He will be there in street clothes, but not playing, obviously. So he will be there, actually there. Javon Freeman Liberty celebrating his big game yesterday in the Raptors 905 win. Let's see what else we got. They're looking for the next fellow for the Wayne and Teresa Embry Fellowship. So if you're interested in that and you're the right age for what they're looking for, go on down there and check it out. You got to be a younger person, though, unfortunately. You can't be my age. You won't get in there. That's too bad. We got Monique. She's got a song playing for the We the North for the guys. Let's see. Is there anything else that's worth talking about? Let me see. I don't even really see a lot of Raptors. I guess they kind of go incognito and kind of go on the down low. Once it's All-Star weekend, they got their own time to themselves. It's a break. So, yeah, there's the Raptors Instagram. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. Check out your Yahoo Fantasy basketball team if you are. Fiercey, you're doing very well. You're only 30 points behind me, and I'm a little worried. You're actually on track to beat me right now, so I'm going to have to do some work and try and make sure I still kind of get a lead over you. You could get that win over me. That's a feather in your cap. That's for sure, Fiercey Salsera. She's coming for me right now. Yikes. Let's see. Fiercely saying, speaking of Casey Bannerman, thank you for referring me to his website. However, everything is sold out except for one poster. That's crazy. The Siakam jerseys went quick, I'm sure. The Forever Toronto's jerseys went like that. Yeah, that's how it works with him. You know, he's a small-time guy, so he's not making these massive amounts. So they really are limited edition. In some ways, that will pretend that these jerseys will be worth a lot of money in the future. If there's only like 100 of them made, some of these jerseys could be worth a lot. So collecting Casey Bannerman jerseys are probably a smart investment, is what I'm saying, because they're scarce and there's not a whole lot. They're not mass produced. So get on them while you can. That's why when Casey comes out with a design, he said you can get them while they last. He means it. He means it. So if you want to get something from him and he drops something new, a new design, get on it right away. Right away. You sure there's got to be other stuff on his site that's available, like some of his older stuff that didn't sell as well. You really got to look through there. I'm surprised. There's only a poster available right now. That's crazy. Jill's saying Scotty always benefits from the All-Stars, doesn't get exhausted. Yeah, that one year that he went with Precious, they came back like gangbusters from that Rising Stars game when Precious was a sophomore and Scotty was a rookie. Yeah, Precious had that amazing bump from being at All-Star Weekend. So in some ways, the confidence of Scott may go up after All-Star Weekend. No lie, seriously. We saw that happen with Precious Achua 2 years ago. Maybe Scott will go down there and he's like, I'm an all-star now. And when he comes back, he plays even a higher level because he has that kind of attitude and air about him. I'm an all-star now. I got to play at a higher level and excel and carry my team to wins. So we may see that effect with him. Who knows? He may go there and he may get tips from people, or he may get a whole new mentality just from the experience. So I'm excited about that idea, a prospect, Jill, for sure. Trevor's saying one ESPN show today said Doc is killing the Bucks. You get what you get. That's what Jack Armstrong would say. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching me today on a Friday freak out. Freaking out about LED courts and the future of basketball. What's going to happen? I don't know. There's lots to talk about. At least we know we won't get one of those courts here as long as we play in the same arena as the Leafs. The technology just does not work with a hybrid arena that does NHL and NBA. So all the markets that have ice on their court, like MSG, Scotiabank Arena, will never ever have that LED until the technology changes where they can do that. But it isn't like that right now. So there's no worry. The LED courts will take over the whole entire NBA as long as the technology cannot be in the arenas where hockey teams are also. So that's very interesting part of it right there. Jill saying, I meant unlike Fred, who was exhausted and didn't play well afterwards for a week or so. Scotty was amazing. Yeah. I mean, I'm not even thinking about Fred's All-Star right now. I mean, all right. Enjoy the All-Stars, freaks. Yeah, Jill. I'll be back tomorrow for a special Saturday Share the Love Club for Scotty Barnes All-Star. We'll celebrate Scotty's All-Star on the morning of the skills competition he'll be competing in tomorrow night. And we'll talk about it all tomorrow on a special Saturday Share the Love Club, Scotty All-Star. So be ready for that tomorrow. Yeah. Seymour saying, what's the Elam ending again, please? Well, basically, Seymour, instead of a regular 5-minute overtime period, the score is set to a target score. And last night, or yesterday during the day, I should say, it's a school day game. The 905 were tied with the Greensboro Swarm at the end of the game. And what they did was they were both tied at the score of 95. And well, they said, all right, they take they do a mathematical equation and they figure out how many more points the overtime period should be. And whichever team scores 7 points first was calculated will win the overtime. So the target score was 102. So they were tied at 95, and whichever team scored 7 points first will win automatically. It doesn't matter about football and possession and getting chances. It doesn't have anything to do with the clock. It's just a target score. That's the Elam ending right there. So they had to get to 102 before the Greensboro Swarm, and they did. They scored 7 points in the overtime faster, and they won the overtime. That's how it works there, Seymour, right there. All right, always here to educate and to help everybody understand what's going on in the pulse of the Raptors world. The Raptor Freak family loves you. I love you guys. You guys are awesome, and I'll be looking out for Trevor's package for the rest of the day. And yeah, hopefully that guy didn't take anything weird or something like that. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody. Let's go All-Star Scotty. Let's go Raptors. Let's go Darko Era. Let's go RJ Barrett. Let's go Kelly Olynyk. Let's go Emmanuel Quickly. Let's go Yaka Pirtle. Let's go all Raptors. Have a great break. I hope you guys get some rest and relaxation. R&R. It seems like Siakam and Pirtle may not be going on their trip to Cancun because Siakam may have all-star responsibilities being in the all-star city host city. That he may not be able to just take off and have a good time with Jakob like they do on All-Star weekends very often, because he may have responsibilities where he has to hang around Indianapolis to be at the festivities this weekend. I could see that, even though he's not an All-Star. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does get the break and they say, yeah, go do whatever you want. Halliburton's here and other guys are here. I don't know. We'll have to see. Either way, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back tomorrow. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you want to join, membership has its privileges. Cowboy saying, yo, 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 let's go, Raptors. Seymour saying, my purple front black back Carter jersey is so freaking hard. Yeah, I've got a Muggsy, Alvin, and a JYD that is in that style. The purple front, black back. Yeah, that was the Carter era jersey. All right, y'all. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Raptor Freak stream, baby. Let's